Here in this example, we will look at how we will do this example in the slide, that is shared resources, right? So we have a shared resource and we are trying to record critical section protection example. A donation. What is a donation? There's some amount of money involved. So private double, because it is money, we use double. Received amount. Okay. And there is an additional thing here. You don't always have to include one getter. You can always have extra methods. So in classes, the minimum thing is you have the method, you have the class, you have the basic variable, then you also have the getters and setters, the constructor and the getters and setters. So first of all, this is the received amount. Then you create a constructor. So you can either write the whole thing or you can create this one. That's wrong. You can create this one, insert code for constructor. We have to include this one and generate. Yeah, there it is. And then you have the getters and setters. You can generate them also. Insert code for the getters and setters. And this item you choose, generate. So there we have the setters and getters as well. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay, so just give me a minute here. Right. Look at this example now. So it has an additional item here. This additional item is called a donate function. So you can have getters and setters. Additionally, you can have any other functions you like. In this class, we are creating one more item called public. It doesn't return anything, donate. So when you want to donate money, you send it here. What is the amount you are donating? You just tell the amount you are donating and then just donate. So what do you do? In order to donate the item, you just you say, for example, double new fund left, the amount of money that is received, okay, equal this dot get received amount. Okay, you use the local getter, this dot get received amount plus this amount. So we first check how much total do we have. Into that we add the new amount we are getting for the donation, and after we are setting this, then we say this dot set received amount equal this is your amount, not received amount. This is the amount of money now we have in our uh, donation after we have added the, sorry, this one, yeah, we add the amount we have received into the balance, then we make this as a new balance. That is how we are doing the in the donation class. Okay, so that is just the class that has the donation class. Now let's try to make 100 donations. Okay, let's try to make 100 donations and try to simulate it. Okay, so in order to make 100 donations, we are creating another class here, new Java class. What is the make dollar donation? Okay, so make, use capital words when you are starting classes. Dollar donations, dollar donation. Okay, make dollar donation. And remember, because we are trying to use threads, we have to implement runnable, because we are trying to implements runnable, implements runnable. Let's say control shift I, control shift I, Because you are said implements runnable, you have to implement the run method. Remember this run method. If you click this balloon, it will give you some random stuff. You have to clear the body actually, because you are going to define your own run method of what happens. Anyway, before you do any running, you have to sorry about the mic. You have to schedule these tasks. So what you are doing is, here we have make dollar donation implements runnable. Why do we have two items here? Oh, oh, there are two copy paste. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Uh, so we have a static item called donation football fund. This is the amount of money we are donating, and I mean basically we are creating a donation. So where are we donating? Our donation is about, it's a private variable in a class, private donation. So we have our own donation. For example, let's try to have barbecue. Okay, barbecue fund. So we are trying to have a barbecue, and then we are trying to make a new donation. And initially we are starting up with zero. There's nothing inside the donation right now. We are having $0. Okay, so because this is a normal class, it needs a constructor, and initially, for these kind of classes, we are not going to create any make a dollar donation variable, because we are using it with runnable class. So we are going to assign it into um, a task. So that's the reason why you don't need anything here. So when you are generating the code for classes that include multitasking, you are not going to include the private variables in the object. You're going to create what is known as a default constructor. So you'll create the constructor without anything. Okay, that's because of this it gets created like that. It doesn't need any variables, because you can't set it. Now, after creating the basic constructor, we have to do what the run method does. So what does the run method do? What it does is, it donates into the barbecue fund. It donates, what does it donate? $1. Just $1. Okay, so one is the class, the second is the task to donate $1. And here we can have a method to find out how much has already been donated, so that we can display what has been donated already. So public static double, and we are making it static because this is static, public static, and we make it static not to make any changes in the total amount of money. That is a good thing to do, because in multitasking or not, if you have something global, it's good to keep static, so that you don't need to create an object out of it. So public static double, and here is the get dollar amount, get the donated amount. Basically it's trying to return the total received amount from the actual class. Okay, check balance, that's how we use it. Much better name. Okay, so what does it do? It returns the barbecue fund dot get received amount. So this is just to return the balance. Okay, it's just to return the balance. Okay, just give me a minute. Right, this is the coding for that one. Now let's try to, did I upload the coding to the model yet? That's not the one I did. Okay, there it is. Okay, so Now this is the main method. This is where everything is happening because we only have the samplers. These are the template. This is the template of the donation. This is the template of the sorry. This is the template. What happened here? This is the donation. This is the file of the donation task. Now we have to donate 100 tasks to simulate it. So this project, let's close these two. Close, close. Oh, we closed the wrong project. Open recent project, critical section synchronization. We are supposed to close this. This is here. Okay. So we have these classes, donation, web donation, credit section. Okay. So in the main class, we are going to do the coding. So in the main class, what we do is, first of all, we create a task handler. Remember, just like the earlier time we said, without creating 100 tasks, we don't need to create 100 tasks one by one. We can use a for loop, and also we can use a for loop to start it. And uh, Here is an example of a thread pool. We don't need to create 100 tasks. We can just create a pool, and it will take care of the tasks automatically. So we learned this already. This is a better form of multitasking than creating single tasks. So to do that, we need an executor service which can generate for us tasks. This is the task handler, right? The name is correct. The task handler equal to new, and we use, sorry, not new, we use the executors class, executors dot uh, dot new cached thread pool. Okay, see here, new cached thread pool, and then you make sure you import these things here. Control Shift I will import. I think my battery is getting down. Yeah, give me 1 minute. Just I need to charge. Just 1 minute. I have fetched my battery. Okay, so in the main class we create the task handler. Then we use a for loop in order to simulate $100 donations. So $100 integer I equal to 0, 100 times, continuously carry out 100 times. What do you want to do? 100 tasks. So task handler dot execute dot execute. What do you want to execute? A new make dollar donation. Make a dollar donation, right? It's actually coming from this class. So you'll make a variable of this. The every time you make a variable of this, this will run. Okay. So you create an object of this class, and then it will execute. Creating the object itself and using the execute function means donating $1. Okay. Then you will use the task handler similar to shutdown. Remember, this is something we have done already, and we saw this in the multitasking class. So we have shut it down. Task handler, task handler dot sorry dot shutdown, shutdown. So after shutting down, we are checking whether it is shut or not, whether it's finished. because we have to wait for the whole thing to finish. There are a lot of tasks there. All the tasks must finish. So if it has finished, we wait until the whole thing is finished. If the task is not wait, we continuously wait. So wait task handler, sorry, task handler dot is terminated. Dot terminated. So we are waiting for the whole thing to wait. So this is a waiting loop. It will wait until the whole thing is finished, until all the tasks are done. Once all the tasks are done, then this loop will become true. Okay, so it will become false when it is finished. If it is not terminated, then it will be true. Once it is terminated, it will become false, and the loop will go out and will be here. And then we will print out how much money has been donated. So how do you know how much total money? Total barbecue fund. So you can see here we have 100 tasks, and we are trying to run make a dollar donation, get amount. So what do? We have our tasks, which is get donated amount. We can use the class name because this is a static variable. See, it's a static variable. You can use directly the class name dot check balance dot check balance. Yes. Okay. Basically the same thing. Okay. So basically, guys, here is an example of a program without using synchronization. No synchronization at all. And let's see the result. So you run it once. See, 97. How come? We are running 100 tasks. Every task must submit $1. See here, you are donating $1 every time. But still, you didn't get 100. It's 97. Let's try to run it again. Still 97. Few more times, 94. Very less, even lesser. Run it again. 99. Run it again. 95. 95. 95. 95. 91. 97. 98. 97. How come? Doesn't make any sense. See? So, what if this was an account balance in a bank? Very risky, right? You have 100 tasks here, and every task is like 100 people. They are donating $1 every person. But because of the loss in the concurrency, in order to protect the critical section, you are losing money now. The bank is losing money out of because of the logic of the system software. Okay, so this is where multitasking concurrent programming becomes risky. So this is why we are learning this concept of critical task management, where we have uh, shared resource. Okay, so let's try to find the solution. See, very simple. You just add the keyword code synchronized. Make sure you donate money after synchronizing. What do you want to synchronize? The barbecue fund. Make sure no one has access to the barbecue fund until someone has ordered, until you are done with the deposit. Don't allow anyone else to have access to it. So this is an example using locks, but we are using synchronization. So we are going to use this method now. Let's add synchronized. So here, before we do the donation, we lock the here. Before we do the donation here, before we do the donation, we are going to synchronize. Synchronized. What are we going to synchronize? Barbecue fund. This is how we protect the critical fund. This is how we protect the critical section. This is the critical section. So the critical section is here. Critical section. When you are sending money to the account. So you have to wait for one person to finish depositing money before someone else can deposit the money. This is the whole logic here. So we synchronize our variable, then we donate, so that when another person comes to donate, he will know that I have to wait. He will say, oh, there is already synchronized here. Okay, therefore I can synchronize it. Or the same thing can be done by adding the synchronized word into the deposit. So here the donation class, we have donation here. Okay, we can add synchronized here, the same thing. Okay, so two ways have been shown here. You can use it like this or you can do like this. Both ways are good. This is more common. So let's try to run this. Look at that, 100 exactly. Run it again. 100 exactly. Run it again. 100 exactly. See, because we are dealing with an account balance, very critical. So this is the reason why, guys, this kind of programming is important with regards to the structure of the concurrent program. Okay, so this is the critical section program which I want to give you guys first. So let me try to get this folder. Okay, and then critical section. Let's try to add this into the module. Okay, file resource under today's class. Now I have stopped sharing the screen. That's the basic part for this first. Let's stop recording.